I have a question for you. How can we measure the level of tension in our body with accuracy if the only point of reference we have is our own experience? Not really scientific, huh? Well, it's quite easy to identify the variation of tone and to know at one moment if we are more or less tense or relaxed. But in order to get a real good self-evaluation, we need to rely on more objective benchmarks, which are a little tricky to get because we don't walk in life touching the lower back of the people we meet in order to build that bank of data. So, because we are adaptation beings, we adapt and we get used to the tone that we have ordinarily in our daily life. And because of that, it's very easy to misinterpret the state in which we are. And we can believe that we are in a deep relaxation while we are not that much. And that kind of error can happen if we haven't felt a real deep relaxation since a long time. So we don't remember what is that state about. I actually meet that situation very often in my practice. And I'm going to give you two concrete examples for that. First one, people living with headaches or migraines tend to think that the texture of the skull is as hard as the one of the watermelon. While in people living without that kind of discomfort, we find much more malleability and movement in these bones. Second example, people living with anxiety. They tend to believe that the chest area is something that is fixed and rigid, and that there is not such movement in the ribs. While in people really relaxed, we find much more flexibility and fluidity in that area. It moves. I have touched so many people since the beginning of my career 42 years ago that I know since a while now exactly what's the feeling of a body which is in balance. So I can teach my clientele, and this is what I do, I teach them how to recognize and how very precisely to recognize the texture and the quality of movement in their own body when they are tensed and when they are relaxed. So when they can do that difference clearly, they are more able to do what they need to do to improve their well-being in their daily life.